Good morning to all. Myself, Dency, Assistant Professor, Emmanuel Arasar, College of Pharmacy. Today I am discussing with Hospital Formulary. What is Hospital Formulary? The Hospital Formulary is a list of pharmaceutical agents with its important information which reflects the current clinical views of the medical staff. The hospital formulary system is a method whereby the medical staff of a hospital with the help of pharmacy and therapeutic committee selects and evaluate medical agents and their dosage form which are considered to be most useful in the patient care. The hospital formulary system provides the information for procuring, prescribing, dispensing, and administration of drugs under brand and generic names. The hospital formulary is a list of pharmaceutical agents with its important information which reflects the current clinical views of the medical staff. The hospital formulary system is a method whereby the medical staff of a hospital with the help of pharmacy and therapeutic committee selects and evaluate medical agents and their dosage form which are considered to be most useful in the patient care. The hospital formulary system provides the information for procuring, prescribing, dispensing and administration of drugs under brand generic names. Next, origin in India. The first hospital formulary in India was published in 1968 by the Department of Pharmacy, CMSC, Vellore. The first hospital formulary for the development of government hospital takings was published in 1997 at Government Medical College, Trivandrum. Then the need for hospital formulary. The need for hospital formulary means the increasing number of new drugs manufactured and marketed by drug companies, increasing complexity of untoward effect of modern potent drugs, never sales promotion strategies of pharmaceutical industry, the public interest in getting possible health care at lowest possible cost. Advantages of hospital formulary. It provides the practitioner with approved and efficacious medicines to treat disease. Then hospital formulary reduce the inventory cost of the drugs. It regulates the number of medicines by improving the procurement and inventory management. It improves the quality assurance and easier dispensing. It gives stress on medicine information and focus on patients' education efforts. It removes the irritational combination of drugs and also improves adverse drug reaction management. Next, disadvantages of hospital formulary. The hospital formulary system deprives the physician of the right and prerogative to prescribing and obtain brand of this choice. The system may sometimes permit the pharmacist to act as the sole judge to which the brands of the drugs to be purchased and dispensed. Next, guidelines for hospital formulary. The governing body of the hospital shall appoint a pharmacy and therapeutic committee composed of physician and pharmacist which will prepare the hospital formulary system. The medical staff in the governing body shall sponsor and outline the purpose, organization, functions and scope of the hospital formulary system. It should adopt the principle as per the need of particular hospital. Then the pharmacy and therapeutic committee shall develop policy and procedure governing the hospital formulary, and the medical staff shall adopt these policies and procedures subject to administrative approval. Then the policy and procedures shall afford guidance in the appraisal, selection, procurement, storage, distribution, use, safety procedures, and other matter relating to drug in the hospital and shall be published in the hospital formulary or other media available to the member of medical staff. The medical staff the medical staff should adopt the policy formula and procedure for including drug in the formulary by their non-proprietary names, even though proprietary names continue the being used in the hospital physician. In the absence of written policies approved by the medical staff related to the operation, the hospital shall make it certain that the nursing personnel are informed in writing to its system of news of communication that there exists a formulary system in the hospital and the procedure governing its operations. In the formulation of policies and procedure, the term substitute or substitution should be avoided since these terms have been used to imply the unauthorized dispensing of entire different drug, neither of which takes place under a properly operated hospital formulary system. It shall be made known to the medical staff about the changes in the working in the hospital formulary system or in the content of the hospital system. The provisional shall be made for the appraisal of the member of the medical staff for the use of the drug not included in the formulary or the investigational drugs. The pharmacist, with the advice and guidance of the pharmacy and therapeutic committee, shall ascertain the quantity and source of the supply of all drugs, chemical, biological, and pharmaceutical preparation used for diagnosis and treatment of patient. Then labeling of drug and medicines container with non-proprietary name of the content always should be proper. The use of proprietary name other than that describing the actual content is not correct and proper if it is used in a manner that can be taken as description of the content. Next, what is formulary content and organization? The formulary should consist of three main parts. First one of information on hospital policies and procedures concerning drugs, then drug products listing, then special information. Three types of formulary contents and organization. First one of information and hospital policies and procedures concerning the drugs. Second one, drugs products listing. Third one, special information. Then information on hospital policies and procedures concerning the drugs. First one of categories of drugs, for example formulary drugs on non-formulary drugs, etc. Then brief description of the pharmacy therapeutic committee including its membership, responsibilities and operation. Then hospital regulation prescribing, dispensing and administration of drugs including writing of drug orders, verbal drug orders, automatic stop orders, self-administration of drugs by patient. Then pharmacy operating procedures such as prescription, labeling, handling of drug information, request and outpatient prescription policies. Then information on using the formulary, it includes how formulary entries are arranged and the information contained in each entry. Then drug products listing. Then formulary items entries alphabetically by generic name, alphabetically within therapeutic classes. First one alphabetically by generic name, second one alphabetically within the therapeutic classes. Second one, types of information. Generic name of the product, dosage form, strength, packaging, then active ingredients, adult and pediatric dose, route of administration course, etc. Dosage form, types of information, dosage form. First one, generic name of the product, then dosage form, then strength, packaging, then active ingredients, adult and pediatric dose, route of administration cost, etc. Then இவ்வளவும் வந்து ப்ராடக்ட் லிஸ்டினோட இன்ஃபர்மேஷன். தென் இண்டெக்ஸஸ் ஆஃப் த ட்ரக் ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் லிஸ்டிங் வந்து ஜெனரிக் நேம் அண்ட் அதர் பிராண்ட் நேம், இல்லைன்னா தெராப்புட்டிக் அண்ட் ஃபார்மாலஜிக்கல் இண்டெக்ஸு. செகண்ட் ஒன் ஸ்பெஷல் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் அப்ரூவ்டு அப்ரிவிகேஷன்ஸ். செகண்ட் ஒன் ரூல்ஸ் ஆஃப் calculating pediatric dosages. Then list of sugar free drugs. Next one metric conversion tables. Next one poison control information, table of drug interactions. Then preparation of hospital formulary. What is preparation of hospital formulary? Then preparation of hospital formulary is the principal responsibility of the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Principal, what is preparation of hospital formulary? The preparation of hospital formulary is a principal responsibility of the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. However, it is also rest primarily on the chief pharmacist service, etc. The committee is free to make necessary decisions regarding the material to be included in the formulary, and pharmacist undertaken the protection of the formulary, that is compilling and printing, etc. The physical appearance and structure of the formulary is important influence on its use. The formulary should be visually pleasing, easily readable, and should appear professional. First one, introductory information. First, acknowledgement, list of abbreviations, intended usage of the formulary manual. First one, acknowledgement. Second one, list of abbreviations. Third one, intended usage of the formulary manual. Second one, basic information of the drug. The basic information of the drugs is first one, generic name, then dosage form, strength, indication, pharmacological actions, precautions, side effect, dosage form, frequency, drug interaction. Generic name, dosage form, strength, indications, pharmacological actions, precautions, side effects, dosage form, frequency, drug interactions. Then supplementary information on each drug. First one, price, then regulatory category, then storage guidelines, then patient counseling information, brand names. Then supplementary information on each drugs on the first one of price, then regulatory category, then storage guidelines, patient counseling information, then brand names. Fourth one, prescribing and dispensing guidelines. First one of principles of prescribing writing, then strength of prescribed medication must be given in accepted metric system. Third one, correct dispensing guidelines, then preventions and reporting of adverse drug reactions. First one, principles of prescription writing. Second one, strength of prescribed medication must be given in accepted metric system. Then correct dispensing guidelines, prevention and reporting of adverse drug reactions. Then general drugs use advice. First one, use of IV drugs, then special situation like pregnancy, breastfeeding, liver and kidney diseases. Then poisoning information and antidotes, then treatment of snake bites and insect bites. General drugs for advice, அவங்களை எப்படி அட்வைஸ் பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் ஆஃப் யூஸ் ஆஃப் ஐவி ட்ரக்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. தென் ஸ்பெஷல் சிச்சுவேஷன் மீன்ஸ் லைக் ப்ரெக்னன்சியோ, தென் அதர் பிரெஸ்ட் ஃபீடிங், லிவர் டிசீஸ் இல்லைனா கிட்னி டிசீஸ், இவங்க ஸ்பெஷல் சிச்சுவேஷன் உள்ள அட்வைஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க ட்ரக்குக்கு. தென் பாய்சனிங் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அண்ட் ஆன்டிடோட்ஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க, எந்தெந்த ட்ரக்ஸ் எடுத்தால் பாய்சனிங் ஆகும்ல அந்த அட்வைஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க. தென் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஸ்னேக் பைட்ஸ் அண்ட் இன்செக்ட் பைட்ஸ். நெக்ஸ்ட் மிஸ்செலனியஸ் செக்ஷன். லாஸ்ட் ஒன் மிஸ்செலனியஸ் செக்ஷன். இது சில்ட்ரன்ஸ் டோஸ், ரீனல் அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட், மெட்ரிக் யூனிட்ஸ், Diagnostic aids. Four types of miscellaneous section. First one, children dose. Second one, renal adjustment. Then metric units, diagnostic aids. Then management of hospital formulary. First one, formulary management principles. The formulary is a periodically revised list of medicines that reflects the current judgment of the medical staff. The formulary system utilizes the medical and pharmacy staff to evaluate, appraise and select from among the numerous available medicines those products that are the most efficacious, safest, of adequate quality and available at a responsible price. When completed, the formulary should conform to the following principle. Medicine should be selected based on the needs of the community. They should treat the locally identified disease and conditions. The formulary list should have a limited number of medicines, only those necessary to provide for the needs of the hospital or clinic. Duplication of agents that have therapeutic equivalents should not occur. The international non-proprietary names, generic names should be used. Then combination, fixed dose. Products should be used only in specific proven conditions. Example, to treat tuberculosis. The formulary must be consistent with any national or regional formulary or approved standard treatment guidelines. Next one, medicines should be restricted to appropriate practitioners. Then distribution of the formulary. Copies of the formulary should be placed at each patient care unit including clinics and the emergency room. Each division of the pharmacy, IP pharmacy, OP pharmacy, drug information center, etc. should receive a copy. Head of the department as well as each member of the medical staff should receive a copy. The distribution of the formulary. Copies of the formulary should be placed at each patient care unit including clinics and the emergency room. Each division of the pharmacy, IP pharmacy, OP pharmacy, drug information center, etc. then should receive a copy. Head of the department as well as each member of the medical staff should receive a copy. Next, revision of formulary. The Pharmacy Therapeutic Committee holds meetings to discuss about the revision of the formulary. The annual revision is necessary because of the changes in the drug products, removal of certain drugs from the market and changes in the hospital policies. The addition of details of drug is done by attaching the supplement sheets at the back of the formulary. The addition of any drug to the formulary is a complex decision. All steps prior to the addition or deletion of a drug must be reported to the medical staff. The revision of formulary means the Pharmacy Therapeutic Committee hold meetings that discuss about the revision of the formulary. The annual revisions is necessary all meetings necessary because of the changes in the drug products, removal of certain drugs from the market and changes in the hospital policies. The addition of details of drug is done by attaching The supplement sits at the back of the formulary. The addition of any drug to the formulary is a complex decision. All steps prior to the addition or deletion of a drug must be reported to the medical staff. Then maintaining a formulary system. The formulary maintenance process is dependent on two key components. First one, addition and deletions of medicines. Second one, therapeutic medicines class reviews. Addition and deletions means should be handled following specific policies and procedures developed for the PTC, Pharmacy Therapeutic Committee. A transparent methodology must be developed for this important decision concerning addition or deletion of a medicine. What is addition and deletions of medicine? A transparent methodology must be developed for these important decisions concerning addition or deletion of a medicine. Routine medicines class reviews are important to maintain the formulary. The medicines class review involves the evaluation of a complete section of medicines. For example, in antibiotics. To maintain the formulary, regularly scheduled meetings must be established and attended by committee members. Ideally, the committee would meet monthly or at the very least every 4 months. To maintain the formulary, regularly scheduled meetings must be established and attended by committee members. Ideally, the committee would meet monthly or at the very least every 4 months. Then, selecting medicines for the formulary should follow carefully considered policies and procedures for determining the most useful medicine. These policies should be followed routinely and accurately each time an evaluation is needed. First one, a request for addition of a medicine to the formulary which can be made only by a physician or pharmacist is done by completing a request for addition and deletion form. Then medicine information resource should be obtained including primary literature, international newsletters, standard treatment guidelines, textbooks and internet sources. The medicine information resource should be obtained including primary literature, international newsletters, standard treatment guidelines, textbook and internet sources. The evaluation is performed using established criteria. The medication information monograph is written. The medication monograph should include detail about the medicine obtained from several information should be presented to the PTC at regularly scheduled meetings. The results of the evaluation and PTC recommendations and actions must be disseminated to the health, including the trust for the combinations knowledge and recommendation physician and pharmacist. Should be obtained from knowledge and respected physician and pharmacist. The PTC makes a formulary decision. At the PTC meeting, information should be presented to the PTC at a regularly scheduled meeting. The results of the evaluation and PT's recommendations and actions must be disseminated to the healthcare staff in the form of minutes or newsletters of through the department meetings. Next, selection criteria for new medicines. Selecting medicines for the formulary is the most important function of the formulary system. The process, which is multifactorial, ultimately brings the best medicines to the healthcare system. The following are the major criteria to be considered when evaluating all new requests for addition to the formulary. First one, 100 disease patterns. Second one, efficacy, effectiveness. Third one, safety. Fourth one, quality. Fifth one, patient acceptability. Sixth one, host. Then disease patterns. The morbidity of the region needs to be assessed carefully before adding or deleting any medicines. Then formulary medicine should be approved only after confirmation of actual need to treat the non-diseases and medical condition of the community. Then efficacy. Proven efficacy is one of the most important criteria in selecting new medicines for the formulary. Reviewing information from systemic reviews. Example, the Cochrane Collaboration International Pharmaceutical Information newsletters or bulletins and current textbooks will provide the reviewer with additional supporting information concerning efficacy. The efficacy means the proven efficacy is one of the most important criteria in selecting new medicines for the formulary. Reviewing information from systematic reviews. Example, the Cochrane Collaboration International Pharmaceutical Information newsletters for bulletins and current textbooks will provide the reviewer with additional supporting information concerning efficacy. Then safety. Determining the safety of a medicine requires close attention to establish information on the medicine as well as current post-marketing surveillance of the medicine safety record. A careful risk-benefit assessment will be necessary for all medicine before they are added to the formulary. Next, quality. The quality of the medicine that is requested for the formulary is important. Poor quality medicines that are administered to patients may have adverse effect including lack of therapeutic effect, toxic and adverse reactions, waste to financial resource, etc. Then patient accessibility. Patient's accessibility is very important, especially for orally administered drugs where palatability and ease of swallowing will contribute to acceptability. Patient acceptability means patient's acceptability is very important, especially for orally administered drugs where palatability and ease of swallowing will contribute to acceptability. Then host consideration are also important signs since the aim of formulary is to encourage rational and cost effective prescribing. Cost effective prescribing involves the use of a drug with lowest cost, minimal toxicity and is applicable to patients. Then formulary and drug list. Formulary means listing of drugs by their generic names followed by information on strength, form, posology, toxicology, use, recommended quantity to be dispensed. Drug list generic name followed by data on strength and form. Next, prepared locally by its own clinical staff. Drug list prepared by countries' outstanding clinicians, pharmacologists and pharmacists. Then information provided is subject to local needs and desires according to their pharmacological properties. Then role of pharmacist in hospital formulary. Pharmacist in the PTC has a key role in developing policies and procedures governing the hospital formulary. The chief pharmacist has the primary responsibility for the preparation of hospital formulary. Pharmacist with the advice and guidelines of pharmacy therapeutic committee shall ascertain the and source quantity and source supply of all drugs, chemicals, biological and pharmaceutical preparation used for the diagnosis and treatment of patient. Pharmacists should ensure that quality of drugs is not compromised by economic consideration. He will evaluate various drugs as per the guidance of PTC. The role of pharmacist in hospital pharmacy means pharmacist in the pharmacy therapeutic committee has been key role in developing policies and procedures governing the hospital formulary. The chief pharmacist has the primary responsibility for the preparation of hospital formulary. Pharmacist with advice and guidance of PTC shall ascertain the quantity and source of supply of all drugs, chemicals, biological and pharmaceutical preparation used for the diagnosis and treatment of patient. Pharmacists should ensure that quality of drugs is not compromised by economic consideration. He will evaluate various drugs as per the guidance of PTC. Thank you.